Have you ever seen a more desperate death than this? On February 25th, 2001 5 divers went down to the bottom of the sea in the Caribbean to inspect and repair an underwater pipeline. Everything seemed to be going well until they opened the mouth of the pipe. In an instant, a brutal pressure difference caused all 5 to be sucked into the narrow tube along with their oxygen tanks. The space? Only 76 centimeters wide. The suction force dragged them to the end of the pipe, almost to the very end. The scene was terrifying. Total darkness, cramped space, little oxygen. But luckily, they got stuck at a high point in the pipeline where seawater hadn't invaded yet. After the initial shock, they checked how many were still alive. All of them, but 2 had broken legs. The worst. None of the 5 knew where their oxygen cylinders had ended up. They quickly understood. No one was coming to save them. The only way out was to crawl in the dark and hope to find a solution. With no other choice, they started to crawl inside the tube. That's when, to everyone's relief, they found 2 oxygen tanks. But the joy was short-lived. From then on, the duct was completely flooded. Just 2 cylinders would not be enough for everyone to get through. And even worse, no one knew the length of the submerged path. At that moment, Chris, who was in front, made a difficult decision. He would go alone with 1 tank to explore the way. If he managed to get out, he promised to return with help. The others trusted him. Chris took a deep breath, dove into the darkness of the duct, and went forward. On the way, he almost ran out of oxygen, but after much effort, he reached the exit. It seemed he was safe, but he was not. The duct ended at a high point, covered by a slippery layer of oil. He tried to climb, but it was impossible. He was trapped, without strength and without air. Fortunately, someone was outside checking the structure. With his last strength, Chris yelled for help. He was rescued just in time. As soon as he got out, he told everything and begged for his friends to be rescued. The oil company sent a team to inspect the duct. When they knocked on the structure, they heard responses. They were still alive. But then, something unbelievable happened. Instead of acting immediately, the company delayed the rescue. The problem, it was said that an evaluation would be made, and nothing was done. Only on the 4th day came the official announcement. The 4 had not survived. After the tragedy, the experts discovered a terrifying detail. They fought until the last moment. They survived for days inside that metal hell, waiting for help that never arrived. Devastated, Chris did not accept the outcome and took the oil company to court.